welcome to another video. Today we're starting this off a little bit different. We're actually in the queue, aren't we, Jack?
Yes.
Yay. Jack's still dirty. It is the same day as we just recorded the last video, so don't get confused. We're going to be working on some bits on the 350. We're just glad that this happened before the MOT rather than after. So what we're going to do is we've got to get a pipe cutter, and once we've got that pipe cutter, we can then cut the brake parts, because we did have a big issue which we'll show you once we get back to the unit. We've got a big tube cutter, £8.87, but we only need this mini one because it's just a little brake pipe. How big is the brake pipe, Jack?
Small.
Very small, isn't it? So we're going to get that now, and then we're going to head back to the unit and we'll show you the issue with the 350. We're back at the unit now. I'm going to quickly explain briefly what happened to the 350. Now, what was we doing? We were switching the alloys, weren't we?
Yeah.
We're switching the alloys, and then we noticed that there was a big puddle, big puddle of brake fluid near the back end. Now, upon inspection, we've checked it, and the brake pads that are on it are the original ones from 16 years ago, aren't they? So they've done well, but one side split. So that means right there, we're going to make some new ones. So these should last a very, very long time. The ones that are on it are steel, aren't they? Yep. Whereas this is obviously going to be copper, so these should last a lot longer than the steel ones. We're going to replace both sides. We're going to replace what we can see so far, but then at some point the fuel tank is going to come out, not today, but when that does come out, we're going to replace anything else as well under there, so all the brake lines are all perfect and all good. Are we putting the braided hoses on as well today?
I might put the back ones on, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll show you these in here. We are thinking of putting these braided hoses on, bear with. So we've got these like carbon braided hoses. Let's go out in the sun a little bit more so you could see them a bit better. There we go. In fact, I'll go outside. There we go. So they're like some carbon braided hoses, you can see there. We're going to put those on the back as well, on the rear. When we do get to the fronts, we will replace them ones as well. There's no point us doing the fronts yet if we don't need to. This is going to be a long process, really. We've got to bend the pipe, cut the pipe, flare the pipe, and all that sort of stuff. So Jack's going to have a lot of fun with that. Jack loves doing this sort of stuff, don't you, Jack?
Yeah, it's all fun.
He actually does love working on cars, so he don't mind it. Also as well, coming up, we've been sent a new diagnostic tool. It won't be today, but this thing is absolutely awesome. This allows us to do work on cars with electronic calipers and handbrakes and all that sort of stuff, so that's perfect. It resets them all, which is amazing. Also in this video as well, we are going to be switching the headlight bulbs on the 350 with some aux beams.
You need to show it.
So, not a chance.
Come on.
Not a chance.
You show my passport.
Right. There we go. Now you've seen me, kind of without a beard. Kind of without a beard. So don't judge it. Don't judge it. So what we're going to do, take this alloy off, jump straight in and show you exactly what happened. The suspension is going to get changed as well. This is where we start replacing a lot of mechanical things on the car at the same time. We've got coilovers in the back room, so that again is going to get changed. We've had the coilovers for a very long time, but we just keep putting it off. So you can see right here the issue. Let me just hold that torch right there. So you can see here, this should not be wet. Now the reason this is wet is brake fluid. So what happened is it split here somewhere in this section and region.
No, it's burst here.
At the top?
Yeah, it burst on the pipe.
Oh yeah, you can see it. You can actually see where it's cracked. So here is where it's been leaking out, and obviously it's been shooting everywhere when you're pressing your brake. Hence why it's all the way up there. So what we're going to do, this is the brake line, the steel brake line. This is all perfectly fine. You can see where it's all corroded around here, which isn't nice. But we're going to attach it somewhere here. And connect it, but eventually again we're going to replace this whole thing when the fuel tank does come out. But then you've got these braided hoses as well, which I showed you earlier. They attach from here down to here as well, so all that's going to get replaced today on both sides. We're so glad that this happened at the unit when we was changing the alloys instead of when we was actually driving, because if this happened when we was driving, we would have no brakes and we would do poopies in our pants. Mechanical things are going to get changed on this car. Paid hardly anything for this, and it's one of the things where it's a project, ongoing project. It's probably never going to be finished for a very long time. Again, even after the wrap's done as well, we are going to do a video showing you the wrap finished, which we haven't yet, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to get Curtis to do a little cinematic on that. But it's not done in the sense of the 350 being Fast and Furious build done. It's done in the sense of we can actually drive it and actually enjoy driving it as well now, because it's been in here for a good 4 months, and you know, it needs to be outside. It needs to be appreciated as well. And obviously, once that's done, we then going to proceed. I think the next stage is the wide body kit. Get that on it, get the space on it. Treadmark is probably going to sort us out with the wheel spaces on that as well, and get the Fast and Furious alloys as well. Again, Treadmark will probably sort us out with them. So make sure you're following them down below. I'll put a link in the description for that. Let's crack on with this side. Let's get all this brake fluid out, and then obviously we are going to have to fill up the brake fluid again. If you do have a 350 and this happens, your traction control light comes on and your handbrake light comes on,
and your ABS light.
And your ABS light does come on as well.
It's like a Christmas tree.
Exactly. Then that could be because you've got low brake fluid. So check your brake fluid, because all of them are on in the 350 at the minute. That is because there is literally hardly anything in it, and that is because obviously this issue, there's no point us filling it up just for it to leak back out. So again, this is why we are sorting this as soon as possible. So I'm going to throw in some clips now of bending some of the metal and the brake pipe and all that sort of stuff and flaring it. I will show you how the flare tool works as well later on, but we're going to add some music, so here we go. Before we add music, don't sit in the position where it's going to squirt itself out. It literally just projectiled all the way over here, landed on my leg, and now I look like I've weed myself.
You did?
Alright then, don't tell everybody. Looking at this braking system, it seems like Nissan decided to make things a lot more complicated than they needed to be. So, if we look at this block here, basically, this goes into here, which then feeds through here into the caliper, which actually isn't needed, is it?
No.
So, these braided hoses, these will actually help you as well have a stiffer pedal, but they actually bolt straight into the back of the caliper, which I'll see if I can get round.
Round about there.
Just, can you move your right arm?
Yeah, I'm still to take the union out for the caliper.
Yeah, but we can see roughly where it sits, so if you stay there. Oh, I'm going to try and get you in. There we go. So that's roughly where it sits. So obviously you've got to get the union out as well first, but it does bolt straight in. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to bypass all this malarkey, which we don't need, and put the new one in. And then replace all this and this and this and this and this and that. We'll replace that.
I've never kissed. I just need a taste. Hooked on you and addict. I can't let you slip away. Take me in, take me down. I wanna feel your love right now. Take me in, take me down. I wanna feel your love right now. Take me in, take me down. I wanna feel your love right now. Your love.
Update for you. This is the bit that Jack's just cut off. You can see the braided hose goes here, and the camera focuses, there we go, up to here, and then what he's done is he's cut the excess off to there to then add the new piece in. This is the piece he's cut out, so this is the thickness it should be, right here. However, it corroded to this, so that is why there is an issue with it snapping. So what we're going to do now, Jack's just wiping out any excess fluid. And then now you're going to make a new pipe, aren't you?
Wait a minute, I've got to get this rubber cover off this one first.
Get it, sick it. So the rubber cover's coming off, and then we're going to make the new pipe. We're going to give you a little demonstration of this flare tool. So Jack just shown the flare tool in general. So this is what it looks like. You put the pipe in this end, you then put the tools in that end, here, which you then use a spanner on to flare it. So Jack's going to give us a quick demonstration as to how this works, and we're just going to cut this bit back off. So he's tightening it up. So making sure that that's tight. It's making a right racket. And then he's just going to use the spanner. Good old ratchet spanner.
Then you always start with option 1.
How do you know it's option 1?
Because it says op 1.
You can't see it from the side. Give me a second. Option 1. And it's got an arrow. So this is option 1. Option 2. So always start with the option 1. And back off it comes. So it's going to show you the differences between option 1 and option 2. So it's undoing it. It's going to pull the pipe back out and show you exactly what that's done. Bear in mind the pipe when it went in was like that. So this is option 1. That is what it's done.
That makes a ball on the end.
You can also see there where it's thinned it out as well a little bit. But now we're going to go for option 2. Option 2, you can see it's made it a bit wider.
It's made an indent on the end, so that's pretty much a female flare.
So that is the steps we need to basically fix our issue with this beauty. So we're going to go ahead, quickly put some bits together and get back to you when we've done this. We're not going to show you us doing both sides, by the way. We're going to squip. We're going to squip. We're going to skip the second side. I know, so did I. We're going to skip the second. What is up with me? English.
You're not English, though.
So we're going to swap the oh my fucking god. We're going to skip the second side and get back to you in a minute. Yeah, I did it.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Brake patch replaced, braided hose is also replaced. You saw a little bit of a montage at the end there following it round where we'd replaced as well. Now when you do flare it, make sure you put your unions on first on the pipe. Don't flare it and then wonder why you can't get your unions on, because that will not happen. So now once that's done, we're now going to bleed this side and then we're going to go ahead and jump on the other side. We're not going to show you that again, it's the same process. I may show you the state of the pipe if it's any different or any better, but again we will be doing this on the front again at another stage, but they're nowhere near in need of doing it yet. But again, it will be done, it definitely will be done at some point, so stay tuned for that and I'll catch back up with you when we finish the other side. I've just wrapped the mirror gloss black, you can see right there. So everything's now done on the car. Again, like I said, we are going to do another video with Curtis to show you everything that we've done and the wrap, like a reveal sort of video. It's going to be a little montage and stuff like that. We may not get to the headlights today. If we don't, then we'll pick that up in another video and just add it quickly into another one. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. We're just changing the bulbs. But other than that, we've got plenty more stuff to do on this car. Like I said, as soon as the VXR sells, we're going to wide body her straight away. And we'll see what else that we can get in store. She's booked in for she should be getting a custom back box very, very soon. Also, roll cage as well. We've got a company that wants to do a roll cage on it, so I'm going to contact them, let them know that the car is now drivable, and I can leave it down there for a week with them, and they can sort that out. So she's going to get a roll cage, just like the Tokyo Drift replica. That's going to happen, so yeah.
If you want to see us turn this shed into a Fast and Furious build,
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys.